Ninja Gaiden is finally back, but not in the way most fans expected. After more than a decade of waiting, Ninja Gaiden 4 drops with a brand new protagonist, a different studio at the helm, and a combat system that clearly wants to compete with the likes of Stellar Blade and Devil May Cry. On paper, that sounds incredible, but the reality is a bit more complicated. Because while this gameplay absolutely nails the high-speed action the series is known for, it also comes with some design decisions that slow things down, pull you out of the experience, and sometimes makes you ask, why did they do this?
Just doing what needs to be done.
Today, we're breaking down the real experience of playing Ninja Gaiden 4, the smooth movement, the aggressive combat, the pacing hiccups, the filler, the flat storytelling, and everything in between. If you're trying to figure out whether this game is worth your time and money, this review will give you the actual picture. Let's start with what the game gets right, and where things immediately start to feel a bit off. Number 1. Smooth gameplay, but odd pacing choices. Let's kick this off with something Ninja Gaiden 4 actually does pretty well, the core gameplay feel. The game makes navigation simple by showing you a clear path forward so you're never stuck wandering around wondering where the next objective is. But then, the pacing hits a weird snag.
The target area is close by.
Throughout the game, you run into these Tyron and Umi stations, basically little stops where the game slows you down. And the strange part is, they show up way more often than necessary. In a game this fast-paced, these moments feel like someone keeps tapping the brakes for no reason. They don't add much, and honestly, most of them could have been removed without hurting anything. And this isn't the only awkward pacing issue. During cutscenes, Yakumo constantly talks to random grunts and it just feels out of place. The conversations don't build character, they don't deepen the story, they're just there. It would have been better if those moments were replaced with meaningful character development instead of small talk that leads nowhere.
Reviving the Dark Dragon would be impossible without her death. I just saved you the trouble and killed her myself.
If you're a player who likes non-stop momentum, these odd little interruptions are something you'll definitely feel. Number 2, the combat is the star. Fast, fluid, and addictive. Now on to the best part of Ninja Gaiden 4, the combat. This is where the game absolutely shines. The speed, the flow, the responsiveness, everything clicks once you settle into the rhythm. It's fast, aggressive, and incredibly satisfying. The combat has that kinetic style you'd expect from games like Stellar Blade or Devil May Cry, and it rarely slows down.
Give me a damn break.
But here's the twist. The enemy AI isn't dumb. These enemies are aggressive and surprisingly adaptive. If you try to spam attacks, they'll counter you or reposition. This forces you to stay alert and change your playstyle instead of repeating the same combos. It keeps the combat fresh, challenging, and rewarding. However, the voice acting doesn't always keep up. Yakumo's delivery in particular sometimes feels flat or awkward.
Bring it. Let's dance. Fuck off.
And the constant grunts and vocal lines during combat don't help. Some of them come off a bit lame or repetitive.
End of the line.
Still, if you're here for fast-paced action, this is easily one of the strongest combat systems in the genre. Number 3. Side missions, purgatory challenges, and some filler. One of the nice surprises in Ninja Gaiden 4 is the amount of optional content. Side missions and purgatory challenges let you grind for money, upgrade your gear, and test your skills. They're fun, they're rewarding, and they extend the gameplay in a meaningful way. But not everything is as polished. Scattered through the main missions are random fights and side paths that feel unnecessary. These aren't challenging encounters or exciting set pieces, they're just filler. They don't add anything to the experience, and they break the pacing in ways that make the game feel longer than it should. The optional content? Great. The forced filler? Not so much. Number 4, the story is flat, but the characters try their best.
Alright, Yakumo.
Let's talk about the story, because honestly, this is where the game sits at its weakest. The storyline is straightforward, predictable, and doesn't really try to surprise you. It's serviceable, but nothing more.
Hey there. Come on in.
You're the priestess?
That's me.
Then you die here.
The characters though,
My.
they try. There are some decent personalities here and they help keep the world from feeling empty. But again, moments like Yakumo awkwardly chatting with generic grunts drag the scenes down instead of building anything meaningful.
I'll give you one last chance.
This isn't a story-driven game. The real hook is the combat. And Platinum Studios' involvement shows. If you're here for deep narrative moments, this isn't that kind of experience. Number 5. Aggression over everything. How the game wants you to play. One thing you need to understand before diving into Ninja Gaiden 4 is this. This game rewards aggression. If you try to play defensively or wait for perfect openings, you're gonna get punished fast. The enemies don't stop, they don't give you room, and hesitation is basically a free hit for them. The combat feels best when you stay mobile, push forward, and chain attacks without overthinking. But if you are struggling, the game does offer something helpful. Hero mode. This mode adds auto dodge, auto block, and auto assist for new players. It makes the game more accessible without watering down the challenge for veterans. Honestly, it's a smart addition. Play fast, stay confident, stay aggressive. That's the secret to enjoying this game. Number 6. Level design feels fine, but nothing more. One area where the game doesn't impress is the level design. The environments work, but they rarely stand out. They're functional, but not memorable.
It went this way.
Some parts feel inspired by Ghost Runner 2, sleek, metallic, futuristic, but they don't hit the same level of creativity. You move through them quickly, but you won't remember much afterward. Final verdict, should you buy Ninja Gaiden 4? If you're buying Ninja Gaiden 4 for fast, fluid, aggressive action, then yeah, this game delivers. The combat, enemy AI, optional challenges, and high-speed gameplay loop are absolutely worth it. But if you care about story depth, memorable levels, or pacing that never breaks, you'll notice the flaws. It's a stylish, adrenaline-heavy action game with a lot of strengths and a few rough edges, especially in its storytelling, voice acting, and filler segments. If you love fast combat, the game will reward you. If you want a narrative masterpiece, this isn't that. Note what you're getting into, and you'll have a blast.